The updates are that we are now saying that the shooter is a juvenile male. We're not giving an age yet. The weapon used today was a handgun, a revolver handgun. We did determine that we have multiple scenes at the school. We have some scenes inside the school where some shootings occurred, and then outside the school as well. So several crime scenes to process, and lots of people to interview. There were a lot of kids inside the school who saw it, heard it, witnessed something, so we'll be tied up with those interviews for some time. Obviously, we're going to focus on that suspect's home, his car, his locker, all the things that we need to do to find out more about him and maybe why this happened. We were asked a question about explosives, and there's no reason so far for us to believe that there's anything related to explosives involved in this. Any writings that might be out there, anything on social media, we just don't know those things yet. Reunification went, I don't know if it went really well. It was bumpy because we had kids running in every direction, to the library, to the substation, to a couple different schools. Once we got that organized, we're down to about 20-25 students left in reunification. So if you are a parent who's still not been united with your child, we want you to do that. And as soon as reunification is done, we will open up Highway 73 and Highway 74, and so you can move about through downtown Evergreen again. FBI's evidence response team is here, and they'll be assisting with the crime scene. ATF is also here, and then so many jurisdictions, I can't name them right now, a couple hundred. And just to verify, all three that were transported immediately from the school sustained gunshot wounds, and we think that that's it. There's been some talk about a fourth transport, and we just haven't been able to nail it down. I don't know why, but that's where we're at.
Jack,
yeah.
Status of those three, are they still critical?
Last I heard, still critical. Any other questions from me?
Have you had any contact with the parents of the alleged shooter?
I believe parents for all victims and suspects are identified, and at least initially there's been some conversation.
You say that the shooter was shot. Can you confirm again, was that by law enforcement? Was that self-inflicted? Was that on school grounds?
The shootings, all shootings occurred on school grounds, some inside, some outside, thus the variety of crime scenes. Law enforcement did not fire a weapon today, and the suspect does have gunshot wounds.
Did law enforcement tackle the shooter at all?
Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of.
Did the shooter attend Evergreen High School, or is that not?
Is the shooter from Evergreen High School?
Yes, or from another school.
That's what I was told. It's a student at the school.
Does the shooter know the other two individuals?
We haven't been able to talk with the shooter. We're going to have to do some of that hard work ourselves. We have a lot of kids to interview. That'll probably help shed a lot of light on relationships and acquaintances.
Jackie, you mentioned that the parents are at the hospital with the shooter. If you're in the process of getting a search warrant, are you allowed to go in that home without the parents there? Will you enter the home without them being there? Will you wait for them?
Once we have a warrant, we're going to do the work we need to do. Whether they're, I'm sorry.
Sorry, can you finish that? Whether they're there or not?
I don't know what the warrant says. I don't know what's in the affidavit, but we're going to do the work that needs to be done. Certainly, I'm sure we'd like to work with the family, but we'll do the job we have to do.
Jackie, you said earlier there were hundreds of witnesses, but two shot. Is there any indication that this was targeted or random or?
All of those are still possibilities on the table. We have 3 people who are shot. We have 1 suspect and then 2 victims.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a sense, Jackie, of narrative of where shooting started? Was it outside of school, into school? Was it into school?
I think it's those kids and teachers are going to help us piece it together. We know that we've got multiple crime scenes, and those interviews are going to help us figure out where it started and where it went next and where it ended up.
What's
So
the
we
role
just don't
of
know
the
that.
school resource officer? Can you talk about that at all?
Say that again.
A school resource officer, how quickly did that process?
There was no school resource officer at the school. Jeffco was on scene within 2 minutes, and we were in contact with the shooter within 5. It's never fast enough, but we're very grateful that it was as quick as it was.
So how was he apprehended? Was it by the Jefferson School resource officer that arrived, or other law enforcement, or did they just arrive and he had already suffered a gunshot? Do we know the timeline of?
I can't give you I wish I could give you all that detail. I can't do that yet. The first on scene were pretty quick to find, they were at the school and pretty quick to find our suspect. And what happened next will be something that I'd love to share tomorrow if we can.
Jackie, you said the gunman was not shot by law enforcement. You just said that law enforcement made contact within 5 minutes. Are you in a position now to say that the gunman shot himself?
I can't say that. I can tell you that we did not fire a weapon today at the school.
So what should we conclude from that?
I understand the question, and at this point I can't talk about it. Law enforcement did not fire a weapon today.
Were there any other weapons on location other than the gunman?
Not that I'm aware of.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? I have two people I'm going to introduce, but go ahead.
Do you know how many shots were fired?
I don't. Again, it's all great questions. Just we need more time to piece it together, and when we have it, we will share it. I promise. All right, I've got two people I want to introduce. It's the Jefferson County Sheriff. It's Reggie Marinelli, and Evergreen Fire Chief Mike Weegee, and they're going to come up and say a few words. Thank you all very much for your patience.
Good evening, everyone. It's a tragic day here in Jefferson County, as unfortunately we have experienced previously. Our hearts go out to everyone affected by this senseless shooting today. We did have deputies, as Jackie said, on scene within 2 minutes. Our partners at R1 Schools has been working with us throughout this tragedy. We had a metro-wide response. There have been phone calls from fellow agencies, chiefs of police, sheriffs throughout the entire state of Colorado, people out of Minnesota that have reached out to me, people at the state level, the federal level. So we have had a lot of outpouring as to resources and what people could assist us with, and we appreciate every single bit of that. This investigation will go on. We don't know how long. It's possible it will last days. We will release what we can when we can. The one thing I want to make sure that our citizens are aware of, we at the Sheriff's Department, this was our community. This was our people. This was our kids. We work with our citizens each and every day. We work with the kids in our schools each and every day. This affects us. I do want to stress to the citizens, please do not come just to look. Let us do our jobs. If you own drones, please do not put those up in the air at this point in time. We need to be able to do our jobs with the equipment that we have. And we ask that you refrain from doing that so that we can use our equipment in the proper manner to do the job that we need to do that's necessary. So on behalf of the Sheriff's Department, our hearts go out again to everybody affected by this, to our community. This is not just the people that affected today, but to the people that have been affected previously, where this is going to bring up some of what has happened in the past. A lot of care and concern for anybody and everybody that this affects. Thank you.
As the sheriff mentioned, our hearts go out to the families involved. It's a very, very sad day for the community of Evergreen. Evergreen Fire Rescue's role currently is in support of law enforcement as they continue to do their work. Evergreen's a strong, resilient community. I know we're all going to pull together around this.
Say your name to the mic, sir.
My name's Mike Weegee, W-E-E-G-E.
Sheriff, obviously it's an emotional day for you. Can you give us perspective? You've worked here for many years. The call comes in, your crew responds. Can you take us through that?
Unfortunately, we've trained very hard for this with our response partners, including the sheriff's office. So pieces fell into place. Our neighboring communities responded, as the sheriff mentioned. This was a really a metro response up into the mountains to help us out. We had a lot of resources on scene to be able to handle this, and that training really kicked in. It came together very quickly. The sheriff's office did a fantastic job pulling together a command post, and we're fortunate to have such great partners all around us.
You're trained to manage your emotions. There's something going on inside. Talk to us.
A lot of our responders live here. I live here. As the sheriff said, this is our community. So when something happens this close, it's difficult, but we have a job to do, and everybody came together and did their job.
Sheriff, can you elaborate on the metro-wide response?
I wish I could. I cannot even tell you how many different jurisdictions are up here helping us at this point in time. I know that Arapahoe County reached out, Denver, State Patrol, all the federal, FBI, ATF, Summit County reached out to me, Boulder County reached out to me. Those on scene are obviously our city jurisdictions with Arvada and Lakewood and Golden and Wheat Ridge. And so I can't even begin to tell you how many people are up here. We have history of working together as a team. We, as Chief Ouija just mentioned, we train for this. We're prepared for this. It's not something we want to prepare for, but we are prepared. And when it is time to put that hard preparation to work, we are able to do it, and do it within fraction of seconds, quite frankly, to make sure that it comes together. Our biggest concern today, one of the biggest concerns, along with many other ones, was making sure that these students get back with their families. And so that reunification was huge to us. As many of you, I'm sure, experienced getting up here with the road conditions, with all the first responders getting up here. It got a little congested, but we made it work because of that preparation and that training that we have been doing for many years.
Sheriff, what do you say to parents, not just in this community, but people connected to this community, where there's wide periods of time where you guys have to do your job, but in that period, there's not any information that they can find or disseminate? I mean, how do you guys, as a law enforcement body, try to impress patience upon people during a very stressful time in which all they want is as much information as humanly possible, as fast as possible?
I can tell you this, I would never use the words patience with parents that are wanting to know where their kids are and if they are safe. There is no amount of patience in the world that can account for how a parent would feel, or a grandparent, or a brother, or a sister, or the children of the teachers. So patience is not something I would use. Just know that we are getting there as fast as we can to handle the situation. We are getting our experts in the field that deal with you guys on a regular basis, which is Mark Techmeyer and Jackie, so that you guys can get that information as quickly as possible, so that our parents and our family members and the loved ones can find that information quickly. So hopefully that answered your question.
Did you guys have any drones? Not your office, but did you have civilian drones in the airspace today?
We did not. I learned from the quarry fire. I learned from the fires in California, and I learned from the floods in Texas. We need to get that information out quickly so that it doesn't hinder what we need to do. So that is the only reason I stated that, was so that there is not a hindrance in the future of what we need to do to get our investigation completed.
Thanks you guys very much. Appreciate your patience today.
So you just heard from several people there. It started with Jackie Kelly, the public information officer of the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Then you heard from Reggie Marinelli, the Jefferson County Sheriff, and from Mike Ouija, the fire chief of Evergreen Protection District. And you could tell, Michelle, Chief Ouija got emotional when he was talking about this, talking about how people who he works with, they live in that area. This is something that not only affects everyone who has a student at Evergreen High School, everyone who is a student at Evergreen High School, but everyone who lives lives in Evergreen and the surrounding communities and really across the state as well.
They also shared some new information too about the shooting suspect. They did say that the shooter is a juvenile male and that he used a revolver handgun as in the shooting. Also multiple scenes, they said, inside the school where some of the shooting took place, and then also outside. So they're working a lot. They're also interviewing a lot of people, 900 students at the school. So she said, you know, this is going to probably take a while in interviewing a lot of the students. And of course, they're going to go through the suspect's locker, the car, and any social media. Right now, there's